This week on Silver Screen, a teacher finds herself in a student's desk, a senior finds herself on a national stage, and Google lets you tell it what to do.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, March 4th, and your Silver Screen report starts now.
On Monday, digital integration specialist Susan Applin embraced her inner student as she shadowed one. Tom Cicetto had a chance to fall on them both.
Recently, technology integration specialist Susan Applin found School Retool while she was scrolling through Twitter and decided to try it out. She found an idea where teachers shadow a student for the day.
Well, I had read online, actually I saw it first on Twitter, the shadowastudent.org, and there's an organization that works with trying to come up with new ideas on how we can improve schools. And one of the organizations that does it is called School Retool, and they're looking for ways to have different fixes in schools, try different things. And so this is the first year they tried a national Shadow a Student week.
Well, she was following me around and stuff, and was seeing basically what a student's life is and how they are in the classrooms and how they listen.
Both Applin and Brianna learned from this experience.
I think some things were confirmed for me. I think the day's busy for a student. There's almost no downtime. One of the things I really liked is in every class I was in, it was really clear that the students and teachers really seemed to get along. They had a rapport. There wasn't, not like ha-ha joking, but they were just familiar with each other. It was a very comfortable environment. It definitely showed me some different things. And I think it would be helpful for other people to see that because, we're always trying to work to improve what's going on here at school for students. And I think the best way to do that is to actually know what students do and what they experience.
It's really fun actually because you kind of have somebody by your side because she's really smart and stuff. So whenever I was kind of failing something, she kind of helped me out. And I kind of learned there's always somebody watching you, so be careful by how you talk, how your actions are, and just be yourself around people because a lot of people, they act differently a lot, so you just need to be yourself.
This has been Thomas Cicetto with your Silver Screen report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students which teacher they would shadow.
Mr. Ford. I don't know why. He just seems like a cool guy.
Haynes, and because I like her technique and I like to see how she teaches the students how to become a better dancer.
Mr. Fisher, maybe because I get to watch CNN all day long.
Probably shadow Miss Haynes because she has a really fun job. I think it's cool that she sees both perspectives of a teacher in a high school, but also the dance teacher, and I just think it'd be really fun to move with her all day.
Speaking of our students, did you know our teacher Jamie Chasen was a student here at Dutch Fork?
Wow, I didn't know that.
China Wallace takes inside her classroom.
Art teacher Jamie Chasen leads her classes in a relaxed environment where they can let their inner artist shine.
I describe my teaching style as extremely laid back, yet putting students in their place when they need to be put in their place.
Chasen's teaching style is very drawn out and very well planned out, and she really works with us.
Very creative and fun and energetic. She always has something to do and she plans ahead, but everything is kind of twisted to your own ability.
Chasen tailors her teaching to her individual students so they can all succeed.
I kind of get to put my own style in it, so it's not a specific project, but she has all these fun and kooky designs, but I can make anything more realistic or anything that I'm better at.
When you come in here, you don't all have to do the same thing. I want you to explore your perception and how you see the world and how you see things.
This has been China Walls with your Silver Screen report.
The Democratic primary was last weekend and at a rally for Hillary Clinton last Friday night. A Dutch Fork student had the chance to speak in front of hundreds of people about why she supports the candidate.
It was definitely an amazing experience and not something I ever thought I would get the chance to do. I was really nervous when I was on stage, but as the crowd kind of started responding to what I was saying, it definitely got easier to talk, and it was definitely something I'll remember forever. It's been definitely a difficult couple months trying to balance everything, but it was so rewarding when we won by so much on Saturday night, and definitely an unforgettable experience.
Clinton won the primary with 73.5% and 39 delegates. Brandon Stanners followed with 26%. Google has released a new voice recognition update to its apps. Sarah Emily Risch has the review.
Google Voice Recognition is a game changer for the technology world. The possibilities are endless.
Voice recognition was a highly requested feature for Google Apps, and when Google added it, what the idea is that we can just dictate what we want to type and then later go back and edit it and clean things up. In reality, I think what we're going to see is people will dictate what they're trying to do but never go back and edit it.
Even though the update is unnecessary for some, this opens up a door to new experiences for others.
If you're a fast typist, you may feel like it's much more accurate to type. But for me, as I'm starting to use it more and more with my iPhone, I don't use the Google voice recognition, I just use Siri. As I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, I'm finding that if I stop long enough and formulate my thoughts, tell it what I want it to say, it does a really good job. And it's also training me, as you've always been taught in class, to go back and proofread before you send something. And I found that it's actually been much more helpful than I anticipated.
I'm not sure how beneficial it is in an academic setting. We used to teach a program called Dragon Easy Speak, and it was voice recognition, but it also incorporated formatting. Google, I'm not 100% familiar with all the functionality, but from what I do know about it, it doesn't have all the formatting aspects.
The capabilities of students and faculty alike has been majorly expanded, allowing easier access and quicker editing to Google Apps.
If my job required me to be in a vehicle, for prolonged periods of time, I could see it as a benefit to me, but I have access to a keyboard. So,
in the school setting, our big concern, of course, would be noise. But I think with a halfway decent microphone, the microphone that comes with the Apple earbuds or just a small headset, it'll work very well. And what I found, especially with Siri and with playing around with voice recognition with Google, is it does a really good job of blocking out background noise. It takes that dominant sound and it just focuses on that voice. If you don't use it much and you have a strong southern dialect or any type of dialect, it takes a little while for it to figure that out, or you learn how to say things so that it will interpret it. But I think it would actually work pretty well if the classroom as a whole is all doing the same thing. I think it would be really distracting if part of the class was doing some dictation type things and part of the class was doing something else.
Overall, the new Google Voice Recognition for apps can be used in many different ways and can be useful for students. I'd give it a 4 out of 5 rating. This has been Sarah Emily Risch with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is innovative, an adjective meaning featuring new methods and advanced and original.
Here's sports reporter Trey Martin with this week's Silver Screen Sports Report.
Thanks, guys. As winter comes to a close, so do the sports seasons that come with it. Basketball and wrestling have both nearly wrapped up their campaigns. Both boys and girls basketball wrapped up their seasons. The girls finished 6-16, and the varsity boys had a record of 12-12 and made it to the playoffs. Both teams will be returning a majority of their lineups next year and are ready to take the next step as a program. Wrestling also had a successful year as the team won the Wade Hampton Duels, and they also sent senior Tyler Carnes to the lower state championship. We caught up with Tyler to see what this accomplishment meant to him.
Well, it meant a lot to me ever since last year. I've been putting a lot of work over the off season with my teammates and just really grinding this season, trying to get better. I mean, it was a great way for me to cap it off, getting second, but first would have been better. But I just had a lot of fun this season with my teammates.
Spring sports such as soccer, track, and baseball are all starting up as well. We will have more sports updates coming in the future. Now back to you guys.
Now for some announcements. Have you submitted your work to the Literary Magazine yet? Email your original poetry, short stories, plays, and artwork to the dflitmag@gmail.com. The Music Club meets next Wednesday after school in room 244. Here's Malik with more.
Thanks, Caleb. The blood drive is being held all day today in the gym. The Millsilver Fox pageant is tomorrow night. The pageant starts at 7 p.m. in the auditorium and the tickets are $5. Seniors, submit your photos to the Class of 2016 Facebook page by May 1st. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
I'm
sorry. And then I looked at you and I was like...
The Democratic. Good? Yeah? The Democratic?
Sports. Come on, man.
Oh my God, my eyes.
You a fraud, bro. Goes until spring break. Thank Jesus. All right.